Thank you very much for the introduction. Thank you to the Energy Press for this conference that you have organized. It's an honor to be here to talk about what is happening in the energy exchange. It is true that we are almost a year in now. We started in November 2020, transitioning from a system that was we had for a long time, the EEP, and adopting the European model, the target model, which started operating without problems, continued to work, and I would say that by adopting this model, we have achieved at this point to give the pricing signals that are necessary in order to have the efficient operation of the energy market, and not only in our country, but at any given time we can compare to what is happening to the other European countries. This is what we started in November 2020. Then we had other facts that were very important, developments that were very important, such as the connection with the Italian market, which gives us this interaction that helps with the homogeneity of the prices, and then the connection with our northern borders, with Bulgaria, that also helps a lot to what was our target, the target of the target model, the unification of the European market, so that we will have balancing of the prices, shaping of our prices, and this differentiation will be based on a reason, and we are able to understand why they occur. Of course, even before we had a year that we operated, we had we have seen this huge increase in the demand that you explained quite well, why we have this and how it proceeds. But this did not particularly affect us in the energy exchange, because what we achieved from the first time was we were able to define our role as an institution, and that shields everyone who participates, all the participants, and consequently the market and the community, the society in general, against all those fluctuations. We see so that payments are being made, we see that all transactions are concluded, we see that everything proceeds in the right way, with the help of the liquidation company as well, that helps us. The model that we have adopted in our country, the target model, what it provides is transparency, even at the level of the generating plan. And that's very important, because we heard a lot about potential transitions to other models, but I would say that especially for a market that has suffered a lot by the existence of a player or a dominant player, this model provides a certainty so that we can move step by step to implementing the RES and storage, which is the main part of this conference, the main topic. As the energy exchange, we already have all the tools that are necessary, and we also have the RES. We have the RES and the storage. We have that included in the operation of the energy exchange. And I think that we can help this transition, because we need the pricing signals so we can make decisions regarding investments and understand the risk that these investments involve. Let me say a couple of things that I think are very important regarding RES and regarding storage, things that will happen in the future. The first thing is that in the energy exchange, we have the intraday market, aside from the forward market. This is the day that This is the market that anyone that deals with RES has to work with, and of course anyone who deals with storage, because it helps, it allows the position of a change of position during the day. This happens with regional auctions at this point, and in the future it will happen through a continuous negotiation system, DXB, which means that anyone who has RES can better have a better understanding of the actual condition, and they can also enter into the balancing segment, and that will be very important for their presence and their future development. So we have a market right now that's not very fluid, and it's not very, there's not a lot of liquidity in the market, and the more RES become part of it, the more the liquidity will increase. And another important issue is hedging, risk hedging. From the very first, from the start of our operation, we used hedging tools for everyone, all players in the market. We have time hedging, but unfortunately, those who need it the most do not use it. Is it our fault? Perhaps. Is it that we need to do a lot more in training and promoting these tools and helping people understand them? Perhaps. But let me also note that we do have the tools. And to give you just an example, someone last year, a few months ago, could have purchased an agreement at 60 euro. And today, they purchase at 200. Of course, no one could have forecasted this, could have predicted, but we all need to understand that in order for the target model to work, in order to give all it can give, we need to use all the tools that are available to us. That's my initial comment. I hope I did not bore you. These are a lot of issues that we will be